After Sinister and The Purge, looks like Ethan Hawke is hooked on low-budget genre films. You're watching Beyond the Trailer's review of The Getaway.
I'm going to make you an offer.
What is he after?
I don't know. Do exactly as I say, and your wife lives.
She's beautiful.
Refuse or get caught, the game's over.
What happens when this is done? Why would he even give her back to you?
Seems like an obvious choice to me.
Hold on!
But I give you a moment to think about it.
I'm not dying for you.
At the beginning of his career, Ethan Hawke was considered an actor to watch. He was a darling on the indie scene thanks to Before Sunrise, and he even enjoyed some mainstream success with Reality Bites. However, he could never get beyond merely lending a movie artistic credibility while a big Hollywood movie star got the lead role and most of the praise. Case in point, Training Day. And while Hawke continued to make movies, he turned to the theater to fulfill himself creatively and maintain his rep as a serious actor. In fact, Hawke even founded his own theater company, Malapart, where he brought producer Jason Blum on board from the Weinstein Company. Good idea, as years later, Blum would become the Harvey Weinstein of the horror genre, producing everything from the Paranormal Activity movies to Insidious. And eventually, Blum convinced a reluctant Hawke to make a horror film, Sinister. Bam! Suddenly, Hawke had his first hit since Training Day, a decade ago. He quickly then made The Purge with Blum and found himself with an even bigger hit, opening at #1, something else he hadn't done since Training Day. And now he's getting behind the wheel, a position that's worked wonders for Jason Statham. And Hawke isn't the only one here embracing a new image. Former Disney star Selena Gomez, hot off of Spring Breakers, plays a teen who tries to steal Hawke's speedster at gunpoint. Can she fill Michelle Rodriguez's shoes? Also looking to change his image is director Courtney Solomon, who, at around the same time Ethan Hawke was starring in Training Day, acquired the rights to Dungeons & Dragons and used the franchise to get into Hollywood. But he got to the top a little too quick and has yet to live down the resulting film. However, as a producer, he's had a lot of success making B and C level genre films via his After Dark shingle. Now he's back behind the camera directing Getaway. So, do all three of these people successfully shift into a new gear?
So, I'm trying to figure out just how big of a Selena Gomez fan you need to be able to sit through this movie, and I'm gonna have to go with pretty darn big. I did find it interesting that this is really the first taken copycat movie to come out of Hollywood. And on that note, I think Ethan Hawke does a nice job with what he's given. I mean, clearly he's a very professional actor working in, I would have to say, an unprofessional film. Also, spoiler, so if you really hate spoilers, turn this off. But I mean, I think you can watch this review because I really wouldn't recommend going to this film. But Jon Voight is the voice that he is telling him what to do. I guessed it from the trailer, largely because Jon Voight's, not only is his voice very noticeable, but his mouth is. And because I knew it was Jon Voight, I think some of the suspense that was supposed to be there in the movie was kind of taken away from me, because they're like, is this the guy telling him what to do? Is this the guy telling him what to do? And every time I was like, no, it's not Jon Voight, so it's just some random European extra or actor. But Jon Voight, that said though, he did a nice job with his accent. It never wavered, and I thought he was pretty good. On the other hand though, Selena Gomez, I'm going to try and, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and just say that the problem here is that she's really miscast. Also, I found her character extremely annoying. She was, it's kind of a shrill character, a trait that they assign to female characters a lot. I think for some reason male writers think it's funny, some male writers, but it's just annoying that she's just whiny and, bossing Ethan Hawke around when clearly his life and his wife's life is in danger. It's just really uncool. But when I watched her, and also the person playing Ethan Hawke's wife seems like such an unprofessional actress, like a film school student, a friend of a friend or something. There are so many actresses who can't get work that I don't understand why they would cast this woman. And it really made me realize how important Maggie Grace and Famke Janssen are also to the Taken films. I mean, Liam Neeson gets all the credit, but I think that they bring a lot as well, and they should be recognized for that. The other problem with the film is that there really isn't a lot of story. It really is just driving. Ethan Hawke's character is just told to drive. There's very little for him to do. And I was going to say in that respect it's a little almost like a video game, but today video games have very good stories. I mean, the cinematics in between missions are fantastic, so I think it's unfair to compare this to a video game. Maybe like a crappy old school video game. But when I was watching it, I was like, this really should be, this is maybe a great idea for a video game the way it's constructed, but for a movie, not so much. Also, the other weird thing about it is that it didn't feature any beautiful, sexy cars or locations, which is kind of racing movie 101. So I thought that was also bizarre. So I don't know. I mean, kudos for everyone trying very hard here. I think that they really did. I mean, I did an interview with the director. I saw the press notes for the film. They had a ton of cameras filming these races, chase sequences. They really put a lot into, to the stunt coordination. But, as I always say, don't underestimate the importance of a good script, no matter who you might get signed on to your film and what kind of, amount of time and prep you put into the special effects and how ornate your filming process is. It doesn't matter if there isn't a compelling story to bring audiences in. So I don't think this is going to hurt Ethan Hawke. It might hurt Selena Gomez. We'll see. But I mean, maybe this is just me. Maybe because I knew it was Jon Voight, it ruined the movie for me. If you've seen The Getaway, write your thoughts down below. And if you're a Selena Gomez fan, tell me if you agree that I think she was miscast, or maybe I just don't get the appeal of Selena Gomez. So write your thoughts down below. Thanks for tuning into my review, and I hope you'll check out these other episodes, including my interview with the director right now.